Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, I forgot. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm Metasly, and we're back today with part 13 of the 1,000-hour Final Fantasy Challenge, where we get 100% on every mainline Final Fantasy game in order. We're about 20 hours in so far, and we're still making our way through Final Fantasy 2, so if you want to watch any of the previous episodes to get caught up, you can find them on my channel, or I'll leave a link in the description. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we left off last time having just gotten to the Colosseum because we have to rescue Princess Hilda because she is the prize of some kind of tournament going on here. So let's see what we can get ourselves into today. Starting off, it looks like kind of a throne room here. Not really sure exactly what to expect out of this dungeon. It should be pretty interesting. I guess we ought to make sure we have at least close to full health, which we do, in case this ends up being like a battle arena type thing, and it's kind of looking that way, so good thing we did. Emperor, may you fight well this day. To the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Finn. Alright, maybe we actually have to fight battles for her. I assumed we had to fight our way through a dungeon to get her, and who knows, it might be both. But either way, this is a cool looking enemy coming up. Alright, let's see what we can do here. It is Behemoth. Okay, first appearance of Behemoth in Final Fantasy, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and use some Berserk on Guy. Get him up to snuff, so to speak, and then, let's see, we got Gordon now. And he basically can do nothing, so I think we'll just do a basic attack and see what happens, see how long he takes to die. I doubt he's going to do much, if any, damage. Look at that. Yeah, I was right. Dang. Okay. +6 Berserk goes a long way, so let's do that again. Same exact thing as last time. I guess I could have just hit auto battle. So the way I understand it is Berserk... Dang, that's a lot of damage. Yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
The way I understand it, Berserk adds, for each level of Berserk you cast, so say I cast Berserk 3, it adds +3 to attack for the person that is cast on. So that right there should have been like, if at 2 levels of Berserk 3 would have been +6 to attack. So makes a big difference, evidently. But we defeated the Behemoth, and do we now get our prize? Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Little narrator talking to us there. Here's your reward. A reward befitting a rebel, Furion. He knows it's us. Is that the Dark Knight? It is. Throw them all in a cell. Alright, so we don't fight our way into the dungeon, we fight our way out of the dungeon. Fought the Behemoth and still have to do it. A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. It's this guy with the bowl cut. I guess we're not supposed to know yet. Lights out. Oh, it's Paul. I believe that is Gordon's brother, if I remember correctly.
Nope.
This is for rescuing me from the mines. I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you. Okay, apparently we knew him and I just forgot him. Alright, sweet. Okay. So now we must escape. Sheesh. Okay. So, we got a whole bunch of doors, but starting out, we have a chest up in the top right. We're going to go there first before we check any of the doors. And there are monsters. So far, we didn't have any encounters, though. So, oh, okay, cool. Dual heads and stalagmites, not stalactites. I assume they are a stronger version. Let's Berserk. And another Berserk, and start hacking and whacking at these guys. I don't even know if... We gotta do something to get Gordon decent, because he's so bad. It seems like all of the fourth party members that rotate in and out of your party throughout the game, they just all seem so bad. I don't know, maybe I'm playing it wrong, because as I found out, in the case of, like, with Berserk, there are intricacies to this game that I don't realize. So that's good to know, but I don't know what they are, so... Hopefully we'll find something that can make these guys useful, because right now they are pretty crap. Let's go ahead and do Blizzard with her, just to see how much damage it does. Not worth using. Got it. At least not worth using it on all of them. We're taking some serious hits here. Shield is nice with Gordon. Let's go ahead and keep using some magic with these two. But we'll use a higher level with Maria and only on one enemy. And keep attacking physically with Guy and Gordon. Man, he's so bad. Like the Nintendo Power Glove, he's just so bad.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Can we kill them all on this turn? Kind of doubt it, but let's see. It's 2, 3, and Gordon let us down. Almost had it. As expected. Alright, Maria's Blizzard leveled up, so it's a good thing we used it that one time, and Guy's Axe leveled up, so he gets even stronger. Quite nice, and we're getting a lot of gil too. So in this chest, there's an antidote, and that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up. Maria's Cure is getting leveled quite nicely as well. I think that's good for now. Let's check this closest door here and see what's in it. Empty room. There are so many empty rooms. But next we have a whole bunch of doors, and we don't know which one is which. So let's go to the closest one right there first. See what's in it. I'm assuming one of these is going to have a staircase. And then the rest are going to be either empty or have chests. So we'll just go through all of these real quick. Chest. Alright, cool. Probably monsters in one of these. A cottage. That's a good find. Ether and an elixir. That is a very good find. All three very good items and not cheap. I think I'm not even going to try to remember how much the elixir is, but not cheap and a very good find. Specters and Revenants. So are we finally going to start getting encounters now? Not that I'm wishing for encounters, but hadn't had any so far, which made me assume that this whole dungeon was just no encounters and you would find monsters in chests instead. Didn't need to heal Gordon, but it was pretty darn close. So we will heal him now. Keep leveling up Maria's Cure, and we can also... Furian's Cure, we can level it too, because he's only at 1. So it's not going to use up all his MP to use it, but we can kind of top things off when they're close with it. So that's pretty handy to have one guy with a lower Cure level. Dang, so many empty rooms. So the only door we haven't checked is that one up there to the right, so that must be it. And it's the only thing on this floor too. After Deast's Cavern in the last video, this seems very easy of a dungeon.
You have no idea. No idea.
Okay, and then right here we have a giant open room, and then a little hallway that leads up to 3 cell doors right there, and then some stairs. So I assume we got to go to the cell doors first and rescue someone, maybe. Oh, Hilda might be in there since we never did get our prize.
Good.
Okay, we have been using up quite a bit of MP with Maria, so she is running a little bit low. I'm not going to refill it right now, but soon we will have to. Chimeras. Okay, we know the drill. Berserk, and more Berserk, then attack, and for poor little puny man here, we're going to move him to the back row because he is doing nothing anyway, so might as well be able to defend a little bit better. For anyone who doesn't know or doesn't remember, any character in the back row deals half damage, but also takes half damage. So, right there, he would have taken a whole lot, enough to kill him, had he not been in the back row. If I'm understanding the back row correctly. So, let's go ahead and wipe these guys out real quick and have Gordon here just defend the whole time. Go ahead and do that exact same thing again. This should be the last turn here. Maybe not. I assumed Furian was going to go first, kill the lower Chimera, and then Guy finish off the other one. I guess not. Alright. Now we need to do some healing and get some ethers out because Maria is almost completely out. And Gordon's almost dead. Use 3 ethers on her, and then I think... I'm actually... Well, yeah, I'll use some magic. I was going to say I was just going to use potions to heal, but I do want to keep consistently upping her cure spell. It's at 7 now, And would like to get as high as possible. And there is Hilda down there in the cell. So that is where we're supposed to go first, I assume. Grab her and then head on our way out. Okay, more healing. Definitely taking a lot of damage in this dungeon, which is not a bad thing. And we're about to use our last 7 MP already with Maria. We're going to have to start being a lot more sparing with it because I don't really want to use all of our ethers. That being said, we do have almost 67,000 gil and already have 36 ethers, so maybe I am just trying to conserve too much. I have a habit of doing that in games, holding all of my items to the very end and then ending up not even using them all or needing them all, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but right now it's kind of pointless, so I don't even feel like fighting these guys. We're just going to run away. Let me know if that's how you guys play RPGs as well. Pretty much any time I play one, that is how I end up playing. It's just very conservatively, and then I end up having just a horde of items and stuff to where I could keep playing for, you know, twice as long if the game were that long and be just fine with the amount of items that I have. There are definitely a lot of encounters thrown away from here. Can't do anything with those other cells, but this one, it says, Princess Hilda, hold on, we'll get you out of there. We can just magically open the door. Hilda, are you all right? Gordon, I never thought I'd see you here. Take that as an insult. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guard's attention while you escape. Thank you, Furion. Be careful. Okay, cool. Not really sure. We're supposed to draw the guard's attention, yet they're running out ahead. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But we lost our 4th party member, but that is not really any loss because Gordon was terrible.
Stop, don't come back.
So now we got to wind our way back down through here and make our way to the step. Ooh, okay. Sorcerer, Sergeant, Wizard, and Captain. So in the last video, we got an item. I think it was Magic Mirror or something like that. And it said that it raised magic defense and had the same effect as wall. I'm like, yeah, that's useless. Nothing really has been attacking us with magic, and now we have some sorcerers here, so might actually start doing that. And I would assume that these guys are going to be weak to magic. So let's find out. That was pretty decent. These guys are definitely weak to physical. Didn't even berserk him and did like 700 damage. So, ooh, drain. Is he draining MP or HP? Or HP. Nice. That's cool. That would be a cool spell to have. Wonder if we can get it. Curious now. I like fire with Maria because it's a higher level, but we need to keep leveling these other elemental spells. So I'll keep using Blizzard. Blizzard specifically because it's nice against the turtles, and I don't really know if it's nice against any other ones, but nice for them. And then Thunder we could keep leveling, but it's good against like sea creatures, and we have not been on the boat very much, so. And there she goes. Okay, I think we'll still be fine without her, but let's see. We could always Phoenix up. Probably not a bad idea. But I think we're just going to keep auto-battling through and see if we can take these guys out real quick. That was a bad idea. Okay. Alright. Got to stop being so flippant with it. Let's go ahead and Phoenix down on Maria because she has the healing spell. She's probably going to die right after she gets up, if I had to guess. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, go ahead and use another one for Guy. Get him up. She can cure on herself. And we're back in business just like that. Need to stock up on some more Phoenix downs. And what? Why would... Okay. He fleed like a coward.
He ain't nothing but a yellow-bellied, sap-sucking coward.
Let's just take this guy out. He's got to be almost dead. So I thought. Alright, cool. Okay. Haste tome. We got a haste tome. Do we know haste yet? We do not. Okay. Let's see if we even had it yet. We only have one, so we did not have it yet. And increases the number of attacks when used in battle. We are for sure grabbing that and giving it to, let's see. We could give it to Maria because she is our spellcaster. Let's go ahead and do that. So now, between Curse, Haste, and Berserk, we could have some pretty crazy spell and attack combos going. So now let's go ahead and heal up. I maxed out our high potions, so might as well use some of them to heal for a while. Quit burning through all of our MP quite so fast. Need to do that a little bit more. Start using items. What do you guys think? I think that would be a fun and interesting challenge run for this, to do a no magic run, because as you can see, there are instances where magic is not necessarily vital, but pretty close to it. So it would be really cool to handicap yourself from that and then have to find a way around it, such as using items. And you can even make the challenge harder if you wanted to do no magic and like half the amount of gil that you get, because there are modifiers in this game where you can get less gil or less XP or something like that. So that'd be an interesting challenge run. Okay, we have not quite made it to the steps. Gonna have to take some hits before we leave. Got ambushed. As long as we don't get all three of our enemies or party members slept, we'll be fine. Okay, so now we are back on the first floor, and it looks like it's just a straight way out. I'm going to assume that there's an enemy that's going to stop us on our way out. Whoop. Let's do one high potion. Okay, and let's see if anything happens, or if we just make it out. I'm also curious. No, we cannot go in here. That would have been a cool little extra to be able to find. Okay, just like that, the Colosseum is clear. So now we should be able to make our way back to our ship and then go back to Altair and talk to Hilda at the castle. So I will see you guys there in just a second. Okay, we have made it back to Altair. And, oh, okay, what's this guy doing here? The rebel army has arisen. Our first move will be to retake Castle Finn. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Finn. You should head there immediately to lend your strength to the cause. Okay. We're actually going to stock up on some items and rest up, and then we will make our way to Castle Finn, apparently. So you can see here, we just bought a dozen more Phoenix Downs, a dozen more Ethers, but I also wanted to point out the elixir that we found is worth 50,000 gil. It fully restores HP and MP, so very good find there. But with that said, actually, you know what? We've got plenty of money. Gonna buy some more of each. Now we still got 35,000 gil, plenty of items, and now we will stop at the end and then make our way to Castle Finn. Okay, we have made it to the camp here, so let's see what we can find here with Princess and Gordon, or Princess Hilda and Gordon. We're taking back the castle. Taking back the castle. Taking back the castle. Okay, they are taking back the castle, so they say. Let's do the princess first. Furion, Maria, Guy, I owe you my life. It would appear you also deserve credit for destroying the Dreadnought. I don't know how I can ever thank you enough. Let's see, there are nothing to learn. Is nothing to learn. Let's ask about Wild Rose, apparently. Do not fear, I am the true princess. What's this? I could swear you were blushing. Yeah. Check out the last episode if you want to see what that was about. You're to be the heart of our attack. While we hold the bulk of the Imperial forces at bay, you'll slip in and kill the Castellan? Castellan? I'm assuming it's Castellan. Okay. Alright, so I guess we just head to the castle as far as I can tell. I don't think we can do anything with any key items, so... Alright, we head to the castle. Should be just right up here. It's so nice to have the canoe. We can just go right across instead of having to go all the way around. And we still get to fight hornets on the way. Okay, Castle Finn, we are here. Let's see what happens. There is a lot of stuff here, but as far as I can tell, okay, we can go to those two chests up at the top first, and then there's a bunch of stairs. Two sets of stairs that we can go down, being that lower left one and that middle set of stairs. So we'll start out with these chests up at the top and see what's in them. Layla was standing in that doorway. We should probably talk to her first in case she wants to rejoin the party. She's not very good, not much help, but she does have that lightning spell that's pretty nice. So, You don't want to be hacking your way deep into enemy territory without me. Yeah, because you're so much help. I don't really like her, but of the temporary party members, she's probably my second favorite. First being Joseph. It was pretty early on in the game, so he didn't have to be very good. But his unarmed attacks are actually pretty darn good. Okay, so these chests up here. 2,000 gil. Another encounter. And in the chest, there is another 1,000 gil. So 3,000 gil just sitting up there in chests. So, ooh, a death flower. Wonder what it does. Higher defense than she can handle. So, I know there are death flowers in the other games, or at least similar enemies. Or maybe I'm thinking of this game, but either way. Neat enemy, and I don't remember what they do. Okay, so this front and center door, or set of stairs, seem like it would be the right way to go first. Or like the main path, I mean. So I'm going to just check out this other set of stairs and see where they go. See if it's some kind of optional path before I go what I presume is the main way. Dang, so many encounters. I'm interested to see in the future Final Fantasy games if all of the encounters are this common. Because the most recent one I've played was... blind. Most recent one I played was number 1 for the challenge run here. Ooh, we got another Berserk Tome. Okay, cool. And the encounters feel like they were about half as much in the first game. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, but I really don't think so. But we will use Asuna here. Get rid of both of those, and then let's actually give this Berserk Tome to Guy. So now all 3 of our main party members have Berserk, and that is going to be quite nice to have. Second floor, there's all kinds of stuff, but nothing that we can get to from here. Presumably. But there is, see this long hallway with the chest up at the top on the left? It looks like there's no way to get to it. So the only ways, presumably, to get to it would be either to fall down from above, but there's no way out, or one of those sections in the wall is a false wall and we can walk through it. So once we get to second floor from those other sets of stairs, we'll have to check out tons of chests, evidently. Alright, we have been turned to stone. So I know we have a few items. I think it's a mallet that unstonifies us. But let's see if our Asuna can break it. It cannot. Okay, we need to level our Asuna. That way it can break that. Or we could just use items, theoretically. It is the golden needle, and we have 3. So we should have bought more golden needles, and we will next time we're out of town. If we're going to start actually having the stone effect take place now. So we are on this outer path, and there are these 2 doors up on each end of the top to check out. So let's start with the closer one. Let's see what's in these rooms. Probably chests if I had to guess. First room. Ooh, is a much bigger room than I thought. Okay. What's going on here then? Not a ripple of imperfection mars the surface of this mirror. We cannot ask it anything. Can't learn any key terms. Nothing to... Oh, we did use the pendant. Okay. Looks like we're hatching the egg, maybe? Not sure how using the pendant on the mirror hatches the egg, but... The image of an egg shimmers in the mirror. Okay. I'm not sure what that does. We can do it again. I wonder if we can use any of the other key items to reveal other images, maybe? No idea what that does, but it's probably a good thing we did it. Okay, tried all of the other key items and none of them do anything, so not sure what that did, but I'm glad we did it and didn't pass that up. Dang! Okay, that didn't do crap. Ooh, flare. Alright, first use of flare in this game. And that does do a lot, so we gotta make sure we keep our eye out for that. Alright, let's take these guys out. Should have attacked that other sorcerer. Was not thinking. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, I forgot. Okay. Alright, so we have been completely turned to toads, which means we can't heal and we must start over. Alright, that is a team wipe in one spell. Alright, well, we just entered the room, so we have to go back and do the mirror again. And now we will we'll be keeping an eye on that. Alright. Well, that was unexpected. I was, yeah, wasn't expecting much from that fight. We need to find, I don't remember if there are ribbons in this game. But if there are any, we need to get them. For anyone who doesn't know, the ribbon typically is an item in Final Fantasy, at least as far as my experience has been, that usually guards against all status ailments. So, in the first Final Fantasy game, it was good. In Final Fantasy VII, it is, I'm not going to say a must-have, but it's practically a must-have. And so we have finished this egg thing. And now any sorcerers that we see, I'm probably going to avoid. Kind of like how I was avoiding the cockatrices in the first Final Fantasy game, to avoid being sent to stone, or turned to stone. But being turned to a toad is even worse.
Don't turn me into anything unnatural.
Okay, and we have made it back out of the room. Definitely got to be careful. Is Toad in any of the other Final Fantasy games? Let me know if you guys know. But I don't, the ones that, well, you know what, actually it might have been in 7. It's been so long since I played 7, I don't remember. If it's not, people are going to act like I'm dumb for not knowing because it is the most known Final Fantasy game. But I've only played through it once. It was fantastic, loved it. Running away from this. But I've only played through it the one time. I did not grow up with it, as I did not have a PS1 growing up. I had N64. Got some chests here. Running away from this too. But yeah, I grew up with the N64. Oh boy. Huh. Jeez. Okay. That is awesome. They are buffing out of this world. We might die here. We are cursed, stunned, stopped. They are hasted. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Does the curse keep... We are still cursed. So I think the curse... Yeah, the curse makes us take more damage and deal less damage. So I definitely want to get rid of that. I think we have some crosses for that. Cross removes curse. Can our magic remove a curse? It cannot. Okay. Another reason to level Asuna. We need to find somewhere to grind that and just let things envenomate us or curse us or use blind or something. That way we can keep curing it with Asuna and leveling it up. I don't really want to do that, but we're probably going to have to. I mean, we could just keep using crosses, but don't have very many of these either. Alright, the sorcerers in this dungeon are insane. I thought the hill guy, I guess, was a beast of an enemy, and they still are. But these sorcerers are ridiculous. Not that that's a bad thing, though. You gotta have a challenge in these games. If you just breeze through it, it's not that fun. The chest contained Break Tome. What does Break do? Break inflicts stone when used in battle. Okay. Not sure if we want that right now. Toad Tome. Can we turn things into toads? That'd be awesome. Inflicts toad when used in battle. We can. Alright, I'm doing it. Maria has toad now.
We just thought you was a toad.
And a death tome. So how many more slots do we have? I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like we have enough room for 4 more spells. So I think I'll hold off for now on the death tome. Let me know if that's a mistake in the comments, because as of now, I'm not really going to be using death. But if it's really, really good and you know that and I don't, please let me know. Let's try it. Let's see if it turns anything into stone here, just for the, or to a toad, I mean, just for the heck of it. Toad 1. Miss. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I assume it's a really low chance of hitting. But I don't know. That's kind of why I avoided using the death spell, is because I assume It does not hit very often, because if it did, that would be kind of OP if you can just insta-kill everything in the game. I do like that a lot of the battles in this game are actually getting pretty interesting, because the first half of this playthrough has all been really easy battles. You could just auto-battle through everything, just turn on physical attack and not have to do anything. You'll make it through just fine. But then later in the game, it's actually starting to get more interesting. The more I play this game, the more I like it. I was unsure at first. My first playthrough, I really didn't like the game all that much. It was too easy. Felt like I just breezed through it. But as I'm finding more of these intricacies in the game, it's starting to get more interesting and more fun. You can, as you can see here, you can turn on auto battle with physical and make it through a lot of things. But there are some things that it's more fun not to. Okay, so that is this floor completed. And I'm glad we came this way first, because this was the optional path like I thought. Okay, so now we make our way to the main set of stairs and then go up through this dungeon. Okay, so this next floor up, I believe, is the one that had tons of chests on it, so should be a lot of encounters and hopefully some good loot. I would like to find some better daggers for Maria, although she's using magic more. New axes would be nice. We just found a better sword for Furion. But right here, we immediately to our right and left have those two chests. And then there is the chest in the bottom right and the chest in the top left that look inaccessible, but cannot be inaccessible from here as far as I can tell. So let's actually try this bottom part first. Bottom part of the wall, and see if we can fit through, because we got to go to the top for the chest, so I'm assuming they wouldn't put the door right next to the chest. You can make it through right here. Awesome. Okay, so this chest has something that we will find in a minute. Death Flower is very weak to fire, so it's kind of what I figured, being a plant, but good to know for sure. And we have Werebuster. Is that a sword? In FF1, it was a sword. It's a staff here. We already had one too, and it's a spiked mace, effective against beast, but we don't use staves or maces, so useless to us. Okay, so now this chest has some monsters. Alright, Maria's Blizzard leveled up. Good thing we've been using it. And we got an Aura Tome. What the heck is Aura? The chest contained Aura Tome. I assume... Did we just get two? Because it said we got it, and then opened the chest, we got another one. Okay, sweet. Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types when used in battle. What is effectiveness? Alright, that's something I'm going to have to look up to see what it does.
Well, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here.
So it looks like Aura is actually pretty neat. I don't know if I'll be using it, but it adds effectiveness against different monster types per level. So I've got a list here. It says for level 1, extra damage against flying, level 2, aquatic, and then earth, giants, spellcasters, dragons, werebeasts, and undead finally at level 8. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I'll actually be using this one very much, but it is cool to find. I think I'm going to just leave it in inventory for now. If we start encountering a bunch of flying enemies, might use it then, because the first level is more effectiveness against flying enemies, so that might be nice. But for now, I don't think we'll be using it, because I don't want to have to level it all the way for it to be that useful. I'm sure it would be nice if we leveled it all the way and then we could just cast it and then be effective against pretty much all enemy types. But I just don't see ourselves leveling it up that much to be worth it. Alright, Layla's sword and knife leveled up. I wonder if we have better weapons for her. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why she sucks so much. Let's see what her optimal stuff is. Gave her some golden armor and a bow. I mean, why not? Let's try it out. Let's put her in the back row as well. Put her in the back row, give her a bow, and see what happens, because it can't be any worse. Let's attack with her new bow and see what happens. I mean, I think it's better. And she gets to stay in the back row, so she should take less damage. Maybe I just haven't been optimizing her very much. I still don't think she's going to be great by any means, but if she's at least viable, can do something. Because now she can cast her spells from the back as well. And I believe ranged weapons, like the bow, and spells do not get the halved damage from the back row. Got a potion there. Let's check right here since we are... Okay, good thing we did.
Lucky.
Got the last chest on the floor here. Firebow is quite good against the Death Flower. Ooh, okay, we're confused. This is the first time that we have been confused so far. So I'm pretty sure if it's like in most Final Fantasy games, confused makes it to where you have no control over your party member and you keep attacking the other party members. So had we not killed that guy... Ooh, sleep grass. We already know what that does. Or we should. If we wouldn't have killed that Death Flower fast enough, we would have started attacking our own party members with Guy, which would be bad because he is quite beefy. Got some Giant's Gloves. Don't we already have those? Or maybe it was Giant's Armor. We got Thieves Gloves. The Giant's Gloves, Enhanced Strength. It gives us more attack, pretty much no evasion, and a lot worse magic interference, but I think we're going to do it. We could give the Thieves Gloves that we just took off of him to Maria, and that would up her defense pretty significantly, but I don't want her magic interference to be any higher. We could also give them to Layla, and it would up her magic interference a decent amount, and then raise her defense significantly too. I think we're actually going to do that. If we're going to start using a bow, it would be nice to be able to do that. I wish we could equip a shield with the bow. That didn't really make any sense, so I see why we can't, but it would be nice. But now it looks like we go to the stairs. All right, leveled her bow already. Let's go ahead and heal up. We don't really need much. Let's just use potions instead of using Maria's MP. Can we make it without an encounter? I doubt it. Oh, almost did. Fleeing just because I don't feel like fighting. Okay, so now we have this same floor we were on earlier, but the main portion. So we have full health, decent amount of MP, going into this room with nothing in it but 2 thrones up ahead. I assume this will be the boss fight. Ooh, we got confused again. I'm glad we got away. That could have been bad. Okay, before we talk to the Emperor here, or whoever this is, I'm going to go ahead and top off. Alright, now, let's see what we got. Gotos. Rebels here? Where are my soldiers? No, it can't be. This was all a trap. All right. See what you got. Gotos. What do you guys think it is? Gatos or Gotos? That was a heavy hit. Okay, let's see how much damage we can get with Guy here. So, we will berserk him twice. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and... You know, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do all berserk. I wish she had something that she could add that will give him a very big boost to power, and let's hope the boss doesn't drop him before he can use it. It would be more efficient for him to have attacked here instead of using his Berserk wand on himself, but I just want to see how much we can get out of him in one attack. Okay, let's do it again with both of them, and then have him do an attack. See what happens. She missed. Okay, that is a lot of Berserk. Let's see what he's got. Ugh. Sheesh! Alright, 2,200 damage in one attack. That is double what we had been doing to the Hill Gygases. I don't even know how much HP this guy had. It might not have been necessary, but very cool to see. Alright, that was a cool fight. Guy was a wuss, but he hit hard, but we hit harder. We've defeated the enemy commander. Alright, what's going to come of the Empire now then? It's good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together. Thank you all. Alright, so it's good to finally be back. One thing still troubles me. Minwu left for Mysidia, but we've not heard from him since. It pains me to ask this of you so soon after winning back our castle. Would you go to Mysidia? Let's learn the term Mysidia, and then ask her. Ooh, okay, let's ask her about everything, starting with Dragoons. The valiant dragoons of Deist are no more, but you are with us now. Our hope rests in you. Okay, so wyverns. There's a place within this castle called the Mirror Chamber. It has the power to call wyverns, but the wyvern has yet to hatch. Okay, so that's what the mirror was. We can call it to us and presumably fly with it, but it hasn't hatched yet. So once we get to that point in the story, we'll do it again. Mysidia is the land of mages. Oh, wonderful. Without the aid of their magic, defeating the Emperor will not be easy. I've heard that a spell sometimes referred to as the ultimate magic lies in Mysidian Tower. Obtaining it requires 2 masks. Okay, so we'll learn about the masks and then ask her. The white mask rests beneath this very castle. You must recite an incantation to open the door that leads below. The words ekmekteloes have been passed down from antiquity. We will learn that. Forgive me, I'm afraid I don't know the door's location. So a door somewhere underneath this castle. We have to use that incantation. Let's see if Gordon over here knows anything about the other mask or the incantation. We could never have retaken Castle Finn without your help. But there's one problem.
That's all, folks.
But there is one problem. Minwu still hasn't come back. Would you go to Mysidia to find out what's happened to him? Okay, let's ask him about Mysidia. The Mysidian Tower is rumored to house the Ultima Tome, a text containing the ultimate magic. Okay, we need to learn Ultima Tome. Now we can ask him about Ekmekteloes. With His Majesty gone, no one knows this castle better than Hilda. If she doesn't know, Paul just might. He's always calling himself the greatest crook in all the world, after all. Okay, so we need to find Paul. I wonder if he's at Mysidia. So let's ask him about the Ultima Tome. I'm certain it would prove invaluable in the struggle against the Emperor. Yeah, well, obviously. Okay, maybe she knows about the Ultima Tome. Ask her about Ultima. According to legend, a passage to hell opened long, long ago. Monsters poured through the passage and entered our world. Ultima was the magic that drove them back. Okay, so there is a passage underneath this castle somewhere that leads to the white mask that we have to use the incantation for. Audience chamber, Prince Gordon awaits. And we have to go to Mysidia to find the mages and get their help. So I don't know which one to do first. Not rest till peace has been restored. This is 2nd floor. I'm curious. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down and see if anyone meets us at the exit or anything like that. What could have happened to Minwu? He left from Mysidia and never returned. No one has told us where Mysidia is. It's rumored that a secret connected to the Mysidian Tower lies hidden beneath the castle. I hear there are many ancient books in Mysidia. If you can find them, I'm sure they'll prove helpful. Alright, so we might be able to get some new magic. So there's a little hallway over to the right. I don't think that we ever actually went up there. And now that I look too, there's also a chest up at the top that we almost missed. So let's go up to this chest first. I cannot believe we almost missed that. That's embarrassing. 1,000 gil. Okay, not much of a reward, but we have to get all of the chests. So now let's go ahead and look around and see if we can find any secret passages or anything, because we have to get over to this area somehow. There is no set of stairs, but there is that door, so it makes me think that there's a secret way in. Can we go around the... No, we cannot. I was going to see if we could go around the outside of the castle. Because if we could, we might be able to enter in from the outside door. But let's keep checking some walls. Presumably we can go down from an upper floor to get to that other secret area. The mirror chamber lies at the top of these steps. So let's keep looking. Got to be a secret somewhere. I don't see any steps leading down. Okay. We have to find Mysidia. Where could Mysidia be? Did they tell us and I just don't remember? I guess I ought to go check again. Okay, well, they don't tell us where Mysidia is. Don't tell us how to get the mask. Maybe if we go back to the, like the Rebellion hideout or whatever it's called. Altair, duh. If we go back to Altair, maybe someone there will tell us. While we're here though, we are going to stock up on some items. These are way cheaper than I thought. Let's go ahead and buy 75 of them. Why not? Ought to be plenty at that point. Cures Toad, we definitely want that. They're a little more expensive, so we won't buy as many, but we need them. Cures Stone, we need those. Alright. Should be good to go on those now. Top off our potions. Let's get some eye drops too. Why not? They are not expensive, so just for the fun of it, we'll max them out. Antidotes, we'll max them out too. Why not? I'm spending money here.
Big spender.
So plenty of items. Now we'll go find out if we can learn anything about Mysidia. Is this place just empty now? You know what? I bet we got to... Okay, so the rebels don't need this base anymore. So they must all be in Gatria. Now that I just spent all of that money on items, we got to go to Gatria. Or, not Gatria, Finn. We got to go to Finn, but we can go to the town and not just the castle. And presumably all the people that were here should be there now. We are at Finn. And we got nice people here now. We could have never recaptured Finn without you. Thanks. You're welcome. You guys took the big boss, huh? Wow. Being able to live here again is like a dream come true. Finn is ours at last. The standard of the Wild Rose flies high over Finn once more. Alright, cool. Ooh, magic shop. I have not found one of these in a while. Now that I spent a bunch of my money. Dispel, that removes barriers, that defends against elemental attacks, status ailments. That might be good to have. Mini, inflicts mini when used. Slow and fog, inflicts amnesia. I wonder if that is like confuse. Let's go ahead and grab mini. I think we'll pass on these. Well, let's grab dispel, because that could be really good. Let's grab those two for now. And we will teach them both to Maria. Dispel might come in handy when we're getting ready to be around a bunch of mages in Mysidia. Let's hold off on teaching the mini tome. She's got 3 slots left, so let's hold off for now on actually teaching it to her until we know for sure what else we want. I don't know what other spells there are available in this game right at the moment. See if we got any weapons or armor. That'd be nice to have. What can I do for ya? Let's grab a golden shield for Furion. And then the Gold Curious for Layla. And then see how they are. So the Golden Shield, I already had one. What an idiot.
What an idiot!
I thought I did, and then I just bought it anyway, but it's resistant to poison. It was, for some reason, it was saying that it was better if I had it. I'm not crazy, right? It did say it was better. Golden Shield, yeah, it says that it is better for Furion, so I just assumed that I needed one. And I was looking at the equipped column instead of the stock column. Okay, that's dumb. But the Gold Curious should be good. We have golden armor now. The Golden Curious is better in every way for her. So, and right now Maria has a Silver Curious, so let's get her a gold one as well and see how much it boosts her stats. Equip the Gold Curious and it ups her defense. It over doubles her defense. Okay, so we definitely needed that. Okay, so that was quite a success, or a mild success at least. We may have taken Finn back, but the war isn't over yet. The decisive battle will be fought once Minwu returns from Mysidia. Have you been to Paul's house yet? He certainly seemed overjoyed to be back in his own home. It's no wonder, really. He probably had all sorts of stolen loot stashed there. Alright, so we will go to Paul's house after we do this, and hopefully he can point us in the right direction. What can I do for ya? Warebuster, trash, trident. Nobody's using spears right now. Wing sword we already have. Flame bow she's using. Okay, so no weapons that we need. Where is Paul's house actually at? I never thought I'd be able to come back to Finn in my lifetime. Oh, there's a house bottom left right there. I bet that is Paul's house. And there he is. Furion, you old devil, how you been? Let's ask him about Ekmek Teloes. If you need to know about the secret doors in Castle Finn, I'm your man. I don't suppose you could tell me what's inside that secret chamber. Just curious. A white mask, Doesn't sound particularly valuable. Nope, not interested, so I guess I'll tell you where the door is. Look in the far corner of the audience chamber to the right of the throne. So you're collectors, too. Just what do you need a mask like that for, anyway? Okay, so far corner of the audience chamber to the right of the throne. Alright, I guess we will make our way back to the audience chamber and try to find this secret door. Alright, we are in the audience chamber. He said to the right of the throne. Is it behind here? No. Up in this corner. Oh, here it is. All right, you see nothing out of the ordinary. So we will say Ekmek Teloes. A small gap appears in the wall. It's a secret door. So now we should get the white mask in here, and hopefully it'll give us directions to Mysidia while we're at it. And this should... All right, here's how we get to those extra areas that I saw, presumably. That being said, we have that door down there that we do not know how to get to. There's probably stairs inside that we have to come up from here. We've been ambushed.
It's a trap!
But I forgot to rest at an inn, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this dungeon real quick, re-up all my HP and MP, and then I will be back here shortly.
A few moments later.
Okay, we made it back, and there are 2 chests and a set of stairs that we can see right now. And then down at the bottom, there is a door and a chest. So let's go to this bottom area first and clear it. Let's see what we got here. Got a knife, very useless. Then in this door, I am very curious. It's probably just an empty room. There's been a lot of those so far. Okay. It is an empty room. Imagine that. Okay, so let's go next to those 2 chests. We'll start with the upper one and then go to the lower one. Okay, eye drops. You can't hold anymore. Okay, well, kind of pointless really to completely max out the items like I did, but I thought it'd be fun, so I went ahead and did it. If the games aren't fun, then why play them? Okay, so we got the upper chest. Now we'll grab this lower one and then head to the stairs. It's kind of refreshing having these little easy fights after the last few videos worth of encounters with the Hillgaius and the sorcerers turning us to toads and everything else. I'm very happy with how it's shaping out, and we got some clothes, so some useless items here. And we got some green souls, so some free HP if we wanted it, but we are already maxed out. It is pretty interesting. It looks like this dungeon is meant to be like a refreshing, easy dungeon, because all of the items are low level and useless, and we got green souls and easy enemies, so it's an interesting way to do things. Just throw this dungeon in the middle. I kind of like it. Didn't quite make it to the steps. And we got ambushed. I say it's easy and start talking about it like that and then start getting blinded and everything else. But this is a good opportunity to level our Asuna. So go ahead and attack with everybody else. But we can use Asuna with Maria to start leveling it. Be healed.
She's healed.
I wonder if Asuna heals stun. I kind of doubt it, but I am curious. Let's find out. Ooh, 3 shots, nice. Asuna does not cure it. I assume that is not possible to. I'm assuming it just missed because it's not possible for it to do it. I guess it would be Basuna that would cure stun because it goes away after battle. Asuna is almost level 3. Probably about 3 or 4 more uses of it would be a level up. All right, another big floor. We have 2 chests and a door on screen here. And then 1 chest, a door, and a set of stairs at the top. All right, simple floors so far. Ooh, okay, parasites and changers. Don't know what they do, but something new. Starting to get these kind of twisted, like, weird enemies down here. I kind of like it as we get deeper. So the chest has an ether, not bad. I did not check our health in a while. We're still pretty good. A brain. Brain. Okay, they might do something interesting, but didn't get to find out. Looks like we might end up finding out by the end of this if we keep encountering them, though. I would assume they confuse or stun or something like that. Okay, so here we got a potion. Can't hold anymore. Well, let's fix that. Yeah, we sure can. Okay, up to this door. With an empty room.
Imagine that.
Don't really have any interest in fighting them right now. Okay, now up we go. Ambushed. Okay, let's see if they do anything interesting here. Okay. Swap. Okay, that is quite significant. Okay, so he swapped our HP with his HP. Left us with 140. So, that's a good move. Drained 800 of our HP just like that. I would assume that he doesn't actually get our 1200 max HP because his can't go that high. But either way, doing 800 damage in one spell is kind of insane. Also a spell that's only useful for the weaker enemies, because if we were to somehow get it through a tome or something and try to use it, it would be weakening us because we have the higher HP. That's pretty interesting. Also, more opportunity for us to level our cure with Maria. We're getting some pretty decent strides with it. Okay, so first we'll go top left to the chest. We got swapped again. The spells and status effects are indeed getting pretty cool in this game. Let's go ahead and heal up again, just in case there are enemies in that chest. It's close enough. So we have a Maiden's Kiss, no enemies. Parasites and Changers again. Waiting to see some Mind Flayers or something down here to kind of fit the theme. Got swapped again. Okay, so the Brains and the Changers can both do it, and the Brains have more HP. So if we have Changers and Brains in the same fight, we should kill the Changers first. That way the Brains, even if they swap with us, will still give us more HP. And we get to heal up again. Getting some serious leveling with this cure here. I'm not sure if it can go past level 8. I don't know if there's a max. Given that when I looked at the aura spell, that it said at level 8 what you had all the status ailments covered, or the all of the beast types covered. So I'm curious if we can go past 8 with cure. I definitely want to find out though, get it as high as we can. Okay, we have another empty room. It's kind of neat that the parasite drains a little bit HP, but it's only 1 each time, so not very effective. More cures. Can we make it to the stairs? Just barely. Okay, so we have... This is a long dungeon. A door top right. I'm sure it's empty. But then chest top left, some stairs down below it. Then bottom half of the room, a couple doors and a couple chests. So let's clear this top right corner first. Then go clear the bottom and then go to the stairs. Killer Mantis. What the heck do they do? Probably just hit really hard.
Truly hard hitting.
And have a lot of HP. Yep, it's pretty strong. So it looks like as you go deeper into this dungeon, it gets harder. Because it started out with the floor with a bunch of little pansy enemies that didn't do anything. And now we're getting pretty serious as we go down. Probably find out soon if the... cure can go past level 8. Empty room, just like I thought. And we're back on our way. Okay, so let's clear the bottom area first, starting with this chest and door down here. Berserk is so OP, it's awesome. Look at this. 74, 78, 0, 126, 545, 596. That's crazy. Okay, so the chest has a high potion, can't hold anymore. Empty room. Okay, what do you want to bet that the other chest and door is very similar? A mid-level item. Oh, nice. Ambushed by green souls. Oh no. A mid-level item and then an empty room. If you got desperate, you could use the green souls to refill your HP, but we're at this point, we really don't need to. Got plenty of potions, high potions, ethers, all kinds of stuff, so. Okay, so let's do chest first. Probably won't make it. Nope, not quite. And in the chest we have a flame shield. Don't we already have one of those? We did not, but it is resistant to ice. It's the same as what we have stat-wise, but resistant to ice. Okay, so let's check out this door. And we have an empty room, just like I thought, once again. And... now we have one chest and one set of stairs left. We are narrowing it down. I have a feeling this is the last floor before a boss, but who knows? Okay, so the chest has a spider silk. I assume that's an item that inflicts stop. Sticky strands that reduce the number of attacks, the same effect as slow. Okay, that's very close with my prediction. And finally to the stairs. What do we got here? Another floor. Okay, cool. Okay, we got 2 doors and 2 chests up at the top, and then 1 chest and a set of stairs at the bottom. So we're gonna go through here quite Ogre Mage, Ogre Chief. Okay, I think we've already encountered all of these before. So I will meet you guys at the first chest to speed things along a little bit.
A few moments later.
All right, first chest has monsters. A bunch of undeads. Okay. Shouldn't be too big a deal here. Fire bow is pretty nice against them. They are weak to fire, so very handy to have. One turn, killed them all. Alright, so chest has a power staff. Well, we don't use stabs, otherwise that could be pretty good. So now we just have the 2 doors and 1 chest. So door number 1 has nothing. Door number 2 has nothing. Imagine that. Now we have 1 chest left up here. And it has flame armor. Okay. Do we already have that? I do not remember. Flame armor is better, armor wreathed in flame. Better for defense, not very good for magic interference, so maybe that would be something for Guy. It is, we have 0 evasion, but the defense is higher, so we will be doing that. Was the knight's armor good for him? It is good, but higher magic interference. I think we're going to go ahead and do it, because we don't really cast offensive magic other than Berserk with him. So I think we'll go ahead and use it. And so now we just have the 1 chest and then it's another set of stairs. I am curious how far down this dungeon goes. I figured we would have been done by now. Okay, we have Betrayal Fang. That sounds like a one-use item. It is. A fang that confuses the target has the same effect as confuse. That's cool. Okay. There are some interesting items here. I'm curious. I haven't found anywhere else that we can buy them or anything, so I think you have to just find them and use them, which is interesting because there's some really cool ones. Jeez, another big floor, but there is nothing here but 1 chest right there and then a bunch of doors. All right, so let's make our way to the chest. It has monsters. Rios. Okay. Let's not underestimate these and do anything stupid. Go ahead and berserk up. And let's use thunder, see how it goes. Alright, so that is +8 berserk for a whole lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Alright, now let's do the same to Furion so he can start attacking too. The buffs are very fun to use. I have not used very many debuffs like the, ooh, okay, that's a lot of poison. Oh my. Okay. We not only got turned to toads and defeated, we got turned to stone and defeated. Jeez, okay, well. Back to the chest we go to fight him again. Alright, let's see how this goes this time. I'm so glad for autosaves. We got ambushed. Did we get ambushed last time? I don't think we did. But had we not had an autosave, we would have been sent, I assume, all the way back to a town or wherever we saved last. And had to start from there and restart this whole dungeon. So thank goodness we didn't. So let's keep doubling up. Let's do the exact same thing as last time. And hope we don't get hit with that bad breath attack. I don't know if there's any way we could stop that unless we were to stun them or put them to sleep. Ah. Okay. It didn't hit Guy. Okay, 2 options would be to start unstoning them or see if we can make it through 3 turns without getting hit ourselves. Let's try that. Because we know we can kill one of these on each turn. And as long as we don't get the bad breath, we should be good to go. Alright, we made it. Alright, good call there.
That was close.
Cool. So now we have the items to turn them to stone. And in the chest, there was orichalcum. Is that an item? What is it? Oh, it's a dagger in this one. A knife made of orichalcum that is effective against aquatic enemies. Okay, so that is the better knife that I was hoping for Maria earlier, I guess. I don't think Arisuna is high enough to use against stone yet. It is not. Okay. More gold needles then. All right, and like that, we're back at it, and let's equip. Okay, so we have the main gouge is way better than the mithril knife, so let's put optimal and see what happens here. That's not what we're gonna do. Okay, let's redo that then. We'll equip orichalcum first hand, main gouge second hand. It did give her a gold hairpin. Do they both have gold hairpins? They do. All right, cool. Okay, maybe I'm just dumb and can't figure it out, but I can remove all, but I can't remove just the gloves. So I think we're gonna stick with leather gloves. She's actually got a hair piece and gloves now because of all of this, and better weapons. So very good find in that chest and worth taking 1 death for. But with that, we have all of these doors to go in now, most of which are probably going to be empty rooms, except for one that has, I would assume, the mask in it. First 3 are empty. Probably going to be the next one if I had to guess. Okay. It is. Okay, so before we do this, let's check the other room, make sure there's nothing. Nothing. Okay. So we have found our way to the last one. And let's heal up in case there's something in this chest. Oh, we've got full health, so in the chest there is the white mask. All right, so we have one of the 2 masks, and now we have to figure out how to get to Mysidia. All right, this should teleport us out of here. Sweet. Okay, so we have half of the masks that we need to get the ultimatum from Mysidia. But that's all the time we got for today, so I'm going to leave it here, and we'll do that next time. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. It was definitely pretty interesting. A lot of good fights, a lot of interesting status ailments that we've been affected by this time. So I think we made pretty good progress. If you guys like this video, please let me know in the comments, like I said, and also please like the video and share it with anybody that you think might like this series. And if you've missed out on any of the previous episodes, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description, as well as you can find them on my channel. I've got them organized into playlists and things like that, along with my other content. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this and will enjoy other content that I put out in the future. I'm trying to keep giving you quality entertainment, so let me know if you like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.